Okay, welcome. We're going to get everything set up here. Let me do a sound check really quickly and we will get started. Let me make sure. Okay, welcome. We're going to get everything set up. Sound looks to be good. So let's get this thing started right now. Right now, Bitcoin is really kind of going sideways overall. So I do want to first of all look at the crypto fear and greed index. Uh, I don't know what this is right here. The crypto fear and greed index. Let's go over to the crypto fear and greed index right now. So right now we're currently sitting in extreme fear, still at 15. I think at one point we did get down to 10, but we're still in extreme fear. The markets are still scared, and people still don't think, people still don't know, and I don't even really know what's going on if we're in a bull or bear market. But I did long Bitcoin on the weekly because you're very oversold, and usually anytime you're around 10, that's usually marked the bottom within 1 to 2 weeks. So I'm hoping that, we'll see, but I'm thinking by the end of this month we'll be going back up. I also did say earlier this month, though, Bitcoin closes if Bitcoin closes the monthly candle below 105, we're in a bear market. So right now, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. But, I gotta say, I'm hopeful. I'm in a hopeful long. That's what I will call it. Let's go over in Bookmap. Bookmap still has more liquidity to the downside overall, but there is a slight bit more of liquidity throughout the day. They built more liquidity, some liquidity above us. There's still more to the downside, though, but they have built some liquidity up here around 93,000, and that was not there this morning, about 12 hours ago. So you look on the daily time frame on the right, you still see a lot of liquidity around the 82K level, and if you look on the weekly, you see a lot still about at 75,000. That has not really changed whatsoever. You see some still at 80,000 as well. So overall, there's still more liquidity to the downside, but again, they're starting to build some, and I mean some liquidity, not much, but some liquidity to the upside around $93,000. So I think 92.5 and 93K are a huge level to break. If you break about 92.5, your next stop is about 95K. If we get to 95K and then dump further, honestly, I'll be happy. Even 95.1 would be great. At least it would be some kind of dead cat bounce. Right now, this is pretty pathetic what we're seeing, and I think part of the problem is. I don't know if it's a problem or not. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. But I think part of the thing is it's Thanksgiving, so there's less. There's always a volume always stocks around Thanksgiving. But today we did not make a new high in the most recent uptrend from yesterday. Let's kind of start on the weekly time frame and work our way down. Usually, I don't always do the weekly time frame, but I mean, I did take a long on it. So right now, I took a long on the weekly, and I expect. I think there's an 80% chance that even if we go sideways, we don't continue to dump until the price action on the weekly time frame touches the 21-day moving average, which is this blue line here. That's coming in around 111,000, 110,000. So either we go up to it while this comes down, maybe go up to about 100,000 and then roll over, or this is a higher low in the bull run and we continue higher, or we go sideways and the 21 comes and touches price action in about a month, maybe 6 weeks, and then maybe in about a month and a half you continue lower. But usually you don't just continue to dump when you're this oversold on the stock hour side, this oversold on the money flow, and when you're this far away from the 21. Usually you go sideways or you go back up to it and touch it before something else big happens. So we'll see what happens. I'm thinking we go up at least to 95K before we continue to dump, but we'll see. So again, 95K would be awesome to touch on Bitcoin. So the weekly time frame, I longed it. That's that. Let's jump down to the 5-day. 5 day is very oversold. 3-day is 3-day and 5-day really similar. You right now are trying to make a bullish engulfing candle here. Really still haven't done that. But you do have a confirmed low. I would not confirm, but that's a pretty good low. I mean, it's going on what? Set 3, 6, 8. It's been 8 days now and 4 hours from that low. So it's been over a week since we touched $80,000. Is that right? That's insane. So it's been about 8 days since that, because these are 3-day candles, and this is your third one with 20 hours left in the candle. It's been over a week. To me, like I believe that's your local low for now. Jumping down the 2-day time frame. 2-day time frame right now. This doesn't look like the best 2-day candle, and I said that last 24 hours and last 24 to 30 hours, Bitcoin has not really made a new high. It's kind of meandering around. Below the 200-day moving average on the 2-day. Jumping down to the daily. Daily is well below the 200-day moving average, up at 106. Excuse me. And you're also about to touch the 21 on the daily at 94K. If we jump down the 12-hour time frame, we can see that the 12-hour time frame is almost touching price action, but not quite yet, around 89K. And the 8-hour touched it. It touched the 200, or I'm sorry, the 21. The 12 hours are about to do the same thing right now. So I would kind of look for price action to maybe continue slowly to the upside, like it's been doing for the last 8 days. But I don't expect fireworks until after this week because again, this is a holiday week. Daily time frame is about, getting close to being overbought, maybe a few more days before that happens. But again, you look at the weekly time frame, and the last time again this oversold in the weekly was all the way back here when Bitcoin made, when Bitcoin was at 75,000 in March. So again, I believe, and then it went from 75K to 126. So I really do believe that Bitcoin is about to, I believe this is a higher low. As far as I'm concerned right now, this is technically a higher low. We'll see what happens. If you guys have a request for altcoins, let me know. And obviously, I gotta say, the smaller time frames, the trends to the downside. So the trends to your friend till the end. Respect the trend, but I do believe if you just zoom out, that the weekly time frame is obviously in an uptrend if this is the low. That's a if. So I'm still looking for more upside. I'm still in my trade from yesterday. I got in a little high 88.5, but at the end of the day, I'm still in my long position on Bitcoin, and I'm still open. As long as we don't take out this low here, 85K, I will stay long on Bitcoin either until you take out 85K or until you touch the 21 on the weekly. Whether that comes down or not, or touches it at 111, whatever. Right now, my take profit on the weekly time frame trade is a 111, but if the 21 comes down to 105, then I'll take profit there. So that's kind of what I see going on. The 4-hour time frame earlier today was trying to get, maybe some kind of falling wedge, get oversold. Now the last 16 hours kind of gone up a little bit, never got oversold on the 4-hour. 3-hour, same thing. 2-hour did get oversold. Actually, no, it didn't. Almost did, not quite. 1-hour did get oversold, not quite overbought. I want to see the 1-hour get above this 200-day moving average. That'd be great. And then if you break 88,300, I see the next up really being about 92.5. That 15-minute is above the 200. That's a great sign. 33-minute is above the 200. That's a good sign. So I guess you just look at these smaller time frames. And again, I've been long for 36 hours now in this trade, and it might be a month-long trade based on me trading the weekly. So we'll see what happens. But right now, I do see this as a bull flag on Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame. And this would suggest, actually, this is more like a falling wedge, actually. Right? You're above the 200, this yellow line here. I can turn off the 200-day smooth moving average so that it's just a little bit more clear. But at the end of the day, you're above that. And this is a falling wedge nonetheless. Your measured move would take you to about 88.4, 88.3. So I'm staying long on Bitcoin. We need this to play out. This goes up about 68% of the time. Appreciate if you guys would like. It does help support the channel. But at the end of the day, this does play out 68% of the time. Measured move is 88.3. So I'm staying long on Bitcoin. Let me jump down to the 5-minute, see what the 5-minute's doing. 5-minute looks okay. It's very oversold on the 5-minute. You are above the 200. That's a great sign. So, now the smaller time frames, for the first time in over a week, are starting to get above their 200 and moving averages, and this is a sign that we could really get some more movement to the upside. So going back to the 33-minute time frame or the half-hour time frame, you're above the 200. Anytime you get above the 200 on the 30-minute, I look for the 1-hour to do it next. And again, that's at basically 88K. So Bitcoin's really next target. I would be looking for Bitcoin. It's going to be a slow move this entire week because there's lower liquidity and everything. But I think in the next 12 hours, Bitcoin does touch and get above 88K. And then if you do it on the 1-hour, your next stop is a 2-hour 200. And that is actually a ways away, around 94K. So if you get above 88K, 92.5 to 94K is really your next target. I do think within 5 to 7 days, even though it's going to be a slow grind, I think we continue slowly up here on Bitcoin. I think by the end of this month, we are pretty close, if not above, or if not, at least touch 95K. That's just my opinion, not financial advice, but that's my thoughts on the market right now. So, what's up with Valorcoin? I have no idea. I literally don't know. I've never heard of that. if you guys do have requests, please hit the likes. It does help support the channel, especially in this bear market when people decide not to watch. By the way, we're live on YouTube as well, so if you want to see the entire screen, you can head over to my YouTube channel and check me out there. We have a Telegram, so you can get notified as well every time I post a video or go live. But as far as I'm concerned right now, Bitcoin, I would be looking for Bitcoin to continue to the upside. Tomorrow, I'm going to post a YouTube update on Bitcoin as well, so watch out for that. Hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I post a video if you guys are watching on YouTube. But I do see Bitcoin slowly continuing up here over the next 7 days, even though it's been pretty slow. It's been a very slow move up off of the low of 80K. You know, it's taken over a week now to get just $7,000 higher. So that's kind of overall right now I see more upside for Bitcoin, but it's going to take time. If it wasn't the holiday week, I think we'd probably be above 90K right now. But that's just kind of my thoughts on that. So if you guys have requests, let me know and I'll look at them. But at the end of the day, that's just I see more upside for Bitcoin. It's just going to take some time. Okay. So I don't think there's a lot of other things I want to go over. The market's really slow right now. It's holiday weekend. That's probably why there's like no one watching. But yeah, right now we'll see what happens. I'm not really excited about trading anything besides Bitcoin. Um, you could say that the Zcash right now is in this falling wedge here on the 4-hour time frame. You're still above the 200. So at the end of the day, if you want to trade something besides Bitcoin, here's your idea. Zcash could get moved to about 870, and that'd be a new high. But as far as I'm concerned right now, I'd probably take it easy. If you're gonna trade anything, I would stick to Bitcoin. Altcoins are gonna, they might be tough to trade, but we'll see. Maybe this is gonna go up faster than Bitcoin. Probably will. As long as Zcash holds about 460, your next measure move is about 870 for a new all-time high on Zcash. So that's just an idea out there. 4-hour time frame. If we go over to Tesla, I know I talk about this here and there. 4 hours still below the 200. So unless Tesla really breaks above 440, it's not looking fantastic for Tesla below that 4-hour 200. We'll see what happens. I'll put an alert up there, see what happens. Daily time frame, I don't know. Daily's still well above the 200, so daily on Tesla actually looks decent. We'll see what happens. Tesla's just one of those things I look at here and there. Jasmine still very bearish. Jasmine kind of just struggling. And let me go over to the weekly time frame in Jasmine and see what's going on. Weekly's very oversold on Jasmine crypto. 2 weeks very oversold on Jasmine crypto. So at the end of the day, but here's the thing. Bitcoin's going to bounce when it's oversold in the weekly. Like a lot of these altcoins, they are going to probably bounce at some point, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be a strong bounce, and it could take a lot longer than Bitcoin could. Because a lot of these altcoins are not worth anything, whereas Bitcoin is. So at the end of the day, Jasmine's oversold. Because it's oversold, I guess you could take a long, but I would probably not. You're below the 200. Bitcoin's above the 200 on the weekly. So I would just stick to trade Bitcoin. That's not financial advice, but that's what I'm doing, especially this week when the market is very slow due to the holiday, at least the American Thanksgiving holiday. So with that being said, guys, that's just my market update. Short term, I see Bitcoin in a falling wedge. Measure move is basically 88.4, and we'll see what happens. That's my update. There's not a lot of other things to talk about. I just see more upside for Bitcoin, but it's going to take its time, and that's kind of what I see going on. Again, if it was in the holiday weekend, I would say that we'd probably be at $90,000 for Bitcoin already, off of the low of 80. So we'll see what happens, but for right now, I'm sticking long, and I sure hope this plays out. I kind of, yeah. That's my target. Is the 111 short term, not short term, but 111 eventually on Bitcoin, and 95K minimum. Before we make a new low, I at least want to see Bitcoin hit 95K. That would be at least some kind of dead cat bounce. So that's what I see going on, and I will see you guys in the next one. Quick update. I'll be back live on Saturday night, and until then, trade safe. Oh, and that's kind of my update. I would expect us to be higher in price action, maybe around 90 to 95,000. Maybe with it being a slow week, we're only at 90,000 by Saturday, but I would take 90,000 on Saturday because that would be higher than where we are right now. So honestly, I'd be surprised if we're lower on Saturday than where we are right now. That'd be really unfortunate. But I do see a slow grind up over the coming days for Bitcoin, even if it's only $1,000 a day or something. Okay, that's all I got. Have a great night. Adios. Always use a stop loss. This is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing in the markets. And again, I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys on Saturday night for our next live stream. And for right now, it's at 9 p.m. Central Time. If I have to change that, I'll let you guys know in Telegram group. So join the Telegram group. Link to join is in my bio on TikTok and YouTube. And yeah, that's all I got. Have a good night. Adios. That was a waste of my time. No more.